to the above on page Vov, first column, bottom paragraph. Perk Chelik. Omer Blos Olam Havi Kabel v'Kayom. Omer Bzer Afanan Namitinino. What does this mean? So Reb Zera says we've learned in the Mishnah based bias ofil. You have a dark house, meaning light doesn't naturally come in there. A poslu chalonos liros nigo shmamino. Right? The Kohen has to be able to see the discoloration on the house. What happens if it's dark? He's not able to see it. So unless you actually open the window to let the light in, you're not going to see the nega. So the Kohen is not able to pronounce the house to be tummy. We'll see what this means. Biro gamkein mailas hashiflus. Kimidazo shi hashiflus. Horoya lakiyum. He says lowliness or humility is crucial just for existence. He says this elsewhere. You know, the person is simple, humble. He's what we call below the radar. Doesn't in any way project who he is. Nobody even notices it. The person goes unnoticed. There's nothing to prosecute. If a person presents himself as I am, so the obvious question is, so who are you? So that always what? That actually activates an audit. The Gemara says that if a person iyun tefillah, so the two interpret iyun tefillah. One place says iyun tefillah is good, another place says iyun tefillah is bad, because it actually activates prosecution on the person. Iyun tefillah, the person davens, and he feels he davens well, and because he davened well, he feels God owes it to him. Hashem has to answer him. So if you have that kind of mindset about yourself, God owes it to you. So the obvious question is, so who are you? What do you think you're so special? Okay, so they open the record, they start auditing the record. The moment they audit the record, this is kitru, this prosecution. Midas arach means that nobody has a perfect record, but if the record remains closed, you're okay. That's midas arach. Midas adin is Hashem allows the record to be open, and once the record's open, the prosecutor starts prosecuting. So it's the same thing. What a person's poshet, humble, unnoticed. I don't want to be noticed. I don't value myself. You're simple. Anybody who lives a life where he's simple and he doesn't in any way project himself as anything of value, they leave him alone. There's no opponents. Nothing opposes that or prosecution. Because the person who considers him something of value, so that he has the detractors and those who criticize him and those who evaluate him, and therefore their opponents. The person who's simple person, people didn't oppose him because he doesn't in any way represent anything. Anything which is has value that you even take notice. Maharal says elsewhere, another work, Yom Kippur, the Gemara says that on Yom Kippur, the way we conduct ourselves was similar to angels. We assume the characteristics of an angel. An angel doesn't eat, it doesn't drink. An angel does not procreate. So we don't eat and drink on Yom Kippur. We don't procreate on Yom Kippur. An angel doesn't do his bodily functions. Has no bodily functions. A person doesn't eat, relatively speaking. The need to do bodily functions, this is the Gemara, it's Gemara Chagiga. So therefore, so why? Because we should be seen as angels. That's the reason, that's the basis. An angel stands on one leg. Only has one leg. The way the Navi sees the angel in his vision, he only has 1 foot. Does not have 2 feet. That's when we stand Shmon Esrei, we keep our feet together. Similar to the Malochim, because in the vision they only have 1 foot. They don't have 2 feet. That's the reason why you keep your feet together. Okay? So therefore we should be like Malochim. The angel speaks Lashon HaKodesh. We speak Lashon HaKodesh. The angel speaks in Hebrew. We speak Hebrew. Okay? The Maharal says Yom Kippur is the day of Rachmim. We want Hashem to have Rachmim. That means there's no prosecution. A person who doesn't even address his own basic amenities, eating, drinking, procreation, washing, anointing, so we don't take care of it. What are we saying? We're nothing. Our needs are nothing. So it's a negation. It's a pshitus. It's a humility. Because who is prosecuted? Somebody who's considered something. I'm entitled. I need. I have needs. I need because I am. The moment you say I need because I am, who are you? That evokes and that precipitates prosecution. But if we have no needs, even the basic needs, not even eat, drink, wouldn't even attend that, that's totally, you're non-existent. The non-existent person, there's no prosecution on that person. Okay, that's the Maharal. He's saying something similar here. A person who's shofel, a person who's simple, who's humble, has humility, there's no opposition to that person. Comes in, he does his thing, minds his own business, nobody even notices him. And he doesn't want to be noticed. Okay? But a person already has a representation of something. You represent something. Who are you? Right? Therefore, he has staying power. He lasts. So that's havi kabel v'kayom. Just accept it. You want to continue. You know, like there used to be an expression. You want to be smart, keep quiet. That's it. You know? Exactly. Sounds even though it's not in that context. That's a chochem. That's to be able to learn. If you have a darkened house, there are no windows. You don't make a hole in the wall to create. Doesn't mean you don't open the window. A postal chalonos means you don't remove bricks or stones to be able to see. Light should shed the wall, should illuminate the walls. The point should be able to see the wall. Because what do? Then you have to demolish the house. If there are windows, because you need leinei kohen, that's be natural light. But let's say there are no windows. That location cannot become leprous. That house. That means it won't. No, but that's artificial. That's leinei. Has to be leinei kohen. Has to be natural. So therefore, this house will not be demolished. So that's what we're saying. If it goes unnoticed, it's kayum. It's lasting. What does a nega come upon a person? It's an indication. It's the prosecution, because there's a failing that was noticed. Therefore, it manifests itself in a lesion. I mean, who lives in a dark house where there are no windows? You know, who lives in a subterranean location where there are no windows? A person who's totally destitute, has nothing. That person has no choice. He lives in a cave. He lives in a cellar with no windows. It's interesting. There's a story, famous story. It's a family who lives in Muncie. They're all related. There's a family called the Parnas family. Parnas, it's the name of the family.
You must be very rich. Parnas.
Okay, I know what's on your mind. Okay. So the name of the family is Parnas. So the great-grandfather came to the United States in the late 1800s. He was a Shineva Chosid. The Shineva Rav was his name was. He's known as Divrei Cheskel. He was the son of the Reb Chaim Sanzer. Right? Reb Chaim, he was a son. And he asked him, and it wasn't simple in Europe in that time, with the draft, with learning a livelihood, told him to go to America. You should come to the United States. So he had nothing. He always was very religious, raised his family, he had small children. And he was so poor, they lived in a coal cellar. Living in a coal cellar. Besides inhaling the coal dust, no windows, nothing, off to the side of the coal cellar, that's where the kids, they lived. So there was a very rich man, wasn't observant, a Jew, and he's walking the street and he sees these two little kids. They look like blacks, but he knows the features are not, and he sees The clothing are covered with coal dust. Their faces, their hands. So he goes up to the little children, maybe two little girls, or a boy and a girl. He says, "Where do you live?" So he said, "We live down in the coal cellar." They couldn't believe it. Person should live in such conditions, coal cellar. So he immediately investigates it. The wife was home. The wife says, "I'm going to give you a certain allowance every week. You'll be able to move out, live in a normal apartment, and live like a normal human being to get on with your life." So this is what he says to the wife. The husband wasn't home. So the husband comes home, and he hears, his wife tells me, he says, "Okay, I'd like to meet the man." Meet the person who made this offer. Meets the person. He says, "Are you a Shomer Shabbos?" He says, "No, does not observe the Shabbos." He knew what Shabbos was, does not observe it. He says, "It's America, you have to earn a living, this and that." And he was a very wealthy man. So he says, "I'm sorry, I can't take your money. If the money that you're giving me came about as a result of violating Shabbos, I will not take your money under any circumstance." So he says, "I will remain in the coal cellar regardless of the physical condition." The man was so impressed with this comment, he became a Baal Tshuva. This wealthy man became a Baal Tshuva. He started to learn, accepted. He says, I'm committed to observe the Shabbos. Because this is the story with this family. Okay? Pshitus, simple. Person has nothing. He's willing to pass on everything because you don't keep the Shabbos. It was like it just penetrated his heart and his emotion. And he and his wife and the whole family became Shomer Shabbos because of this. That's one of the stories of this family. This Parnas family. No, they were in the coal cellar. They were in the coal cellar. That's Anochi Ofa Ve'efer. You got it?
I like very much the story you said the other day about Ofer, it disperses with the wind.
It's a medrash. It's a medrash. Then it becomes substance.
And you have a building block. Beautiful.
It's understood. What is it?
This is
Yeah.
This is